Hi guys, this is Mike L. We are at the Nerdy Book Club at Detroit Comics in Ferndale, Michigan. We just finished reviewing Doctor Strange: The Oath by Brian K. Vaughn and Marcos Martin. John, are you familiar with Doctor Strange?
Yes, I am. I used to read them when I was a kid.
Okay, so now compared to the other Doctor Strange comics you read, where does this rate?
I rate it right in there. If somebody came up to me and said, hey, I want to learn about Doctor Strange, I would recommend this book.
Dano, have you read Doctor Strange comics before?
Not as a little bit, not a lot, but yeah, just a little bit.
Where does this rate compare to other Doctor Strange comics you've read?
I think that this would be pretty high up there. I know I gave it a low score earlier, but yeah, it would probably be pretty high up there. I think that there's some good, solid writing, and I'm very into writing.
Okay, you're into writing. Okay, so John, tell us, what is it about this comic that makes it stand out? Why is it that someone should read this?
Oh, well, definitely writing. Brian K. Vaughan, great writer, writes Saga, a few other books. Also the art.
What is it in particular that you think Brian K. Vaughan does that makes his writing stand out?
For me, Doctor Strange in the past has always been kind of just this real serious character. He was always the one in other books where they go to him and he would just sprout off these terms. But here he had a little humor to him this time around. Doctor Strange got jokes, so it was pretty nice.
Okay, so Dano, okay, so for this, what is it about the writing that characterizes Brian K. Vaughan's writing? You said you're into writing, right? What is it that makes this stand out?
Well, I think it's a lot of what was said already is that, you've got that kind of camp we talked about earlier and whatnot, but it's done in a way that's not annoying or in your face. Now, again, I think, as I said earlier, I don't think this stands up to some of Brian K. Vaughan's other writing, but it also predates it, and we did have a conversation about having to work within constraints of somebody else's character and not your own character. So,
can you give us an example of the camp in this? What was campy in this comic?
I think what we had talked about, there are some kind of one-liners that Strange throws out there. If you don't save this handsome devil now, he's going to be a handsome angel kind of thing. I find that to be a very campy line. Other specific examples, of a fuzzy memory, I'm not going to remember them off the top of my head.
I'll give you that, though.
Yeah.
That was a good example.
But yeah, it's a campy line. Doesn't make it bad. I like camp personally. I don't know that it works well with a noir camp dichotomy, but I do like them separately from each other. But that's me.
Okay, good point. Okay, so now John, let's talk about the art for a minute here.
Okay.
What is it about the art that makes this stand out?
It was very Ditko-esque. Steve Ditko was the original artist of Doctor Strange. He went back to a lot of where he'd go into other worlds and how weird and trippy they would look. So I really enjoyed that he did that. Also, I'm a big Tim Sale fan, and I kind of give me a nice little Tim Sale feel to it. So that's what I really liked about it.
Excellent. Okay, what about the art? Dana, what did you think of the art?
I thought the art was the best part of the book. Again, though, what I had said earlier is I would love to see Martin do something that isn't only grounded in our world, something that gets to go and explore those thirds and fourths dimensions more, because I think that he could do it beautifully. And I don't know who the colorist was on it, but I do really like the color in this book.
Okay.
Vibrant, popped. And I don't know, maybe you agree, maybe you don't. I felt that the color made it feel a bit like pop art.
I could see that.
Yeah, and I thought that was a really good feel for this particular story.
I did a crash course on Doctor Strange in the last month. I went and read Steve Ditko stuff, a little bit of Steve Englehart, Roger Stern, all the way up through to Jason Aaron. I think this one stands out as, I'm not saying it's as good as the Steve Ditko stuff, but it's definitely something that I would reread again, and I would give it to someone as a good sample of what Doctor Strange is. What's your recommendation for the best place to start with Doctor Strange?
Oh, definitely the Ditko stuff. When I read it, I was like 12, 13 years old, and I really enjoyed it. A nice basic stories, good versus evil, but I like the nice trippy art. And I read it in a little digest form, so you can go out there and find it in a nice bigger book. You can really enjoy it.
Is this something you'd recommend as a good place to start
for
Doctor Strange?
Yeah, because they don't really give you like a whole bunch of pages of backstory. Gives you just enough so you kind of understand who the character is and a little bit of his origin, but then it just goes right into the main story.
Great. What do you think? Is this a good place to start for Doctor Strange?
I do think it's an all right place to start for Doctor Strange. Personally, I'm kind of a purist when it comes to Origins. Mm-hmm. I think that there's something to be said for going all the way back. You know, you do it with music, you do it with books, you do it with movies. You go all the way back to see where it started. Mm-hmm. And I think that gives you a better appreciation of where it is now.
Okay, good point. So I'm just going to say this. I've read some Brian K. Vaughan stuff. It's all good. This is one of my favorite things. I love the art by Marcos Martin. You guys give me your final word. Do you like Doctor Strange the Oath or Doctor Strange the movie?
Ooh, gosh. There was little aspects of both, but I got to go with the movie because I like seeing finally in live action.
All right. Dana, what do you think? Comic or the movie?
I'm going to have to agree. I think that the book is really great, and there are certain elements of the book definitely that the movie borrowed. But I just really felt good about finally seeing Doctor Strange up on the screen, especially with somebody handling it like Benedict Cumberbatch, who I've been watching Sherlock for a very long time, and he's just such a fantastic actor. He really captures the essence of Stephen Strange, and I think that my imagination can't do it as well as he does it on screen, unfortunately for me.
Okay, guys, tell us what you think of Doctor Strange the Oath. Did you like it better than the movie? Did you like it better than the Steve Ditko comics? Let us know your review below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Hi, guys, this is Mike L. at the Nerdy Book Club at Okay. Hi, guys, this is Mike L. We're at... Sorry. Well, where are we again?
So what do you think, book or movie? Same question to the audience.
Okay, guys, tell us what you think. Oh, my God, see? I'm thrown off now.
Do you need me to take over?
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you know what? Daniel should take over.